I was with a man for 8 years. We loved each other very much, and we still broke up. Here is our love story. I met him while I was dancing for a ballet company in his city. I was only going to be there for 2 months, and he worked at the smoothie shop I like to go to. The first time I went in there and we made eye contact, I felt like I had known him my whole life. That night, I wrote about him in my journal as the guy with the glistening green eyes. And I remember crushing so hard that I told my friends that day I was gonna marry him one day. After my 3rd time going in there, I decided that I was gonna ask him out. I was only there for a few more weeks and I figured I had nothing to lose, and asking him out would be good practice for when I actually met the love of my life. We ended up hanging out that night and he was 2 hours late to picking me up because his neighborhood flooded, and I was so nervous waiting for him, and I remember thinking that these nerves are a good thing because that means that I care and that this is important to me. His plan was to take me to a bar, but he didn't realize that I was only 19, so we ended up just driving around the city and talking. I felt like I could tell him anything. We talked about our deepest personal things. We talked about places we wanted to travel to. We talked about our philosophies on life. We talked about aliens and the meaning of the universe. And at 1 a.m. we went to this diner, and I remember the waitress telling us that we made a great couple. And after we ate, he brought out a pack of gum, and I thought that he was bringing out a pack of cigarettes, and I told him, dang, you would have been perfect if you didn't smoke. When he showed me that it was gum, we both laughed, and he looked at me and he said, I think you're perfect too. I remember being nervous to kiss him because he was shorter than me, and I was like, is it gonna be weird? It wasn't weird at all. We sat on a hammock and we talked until the sun came up, and that was the start of a beautiful, loving 8-year relationship. The very next day, we said, I love you. Follow along for part 2.